Hi, this is Dave with Media Digitronics. I'm going to show you a couple of easy things you can do with Scrap Page here using what we call PhotoGrids. Suppose you have a handful of pictures that you're particularly fond of and you'd like to put them into a nice grid collage and maybe have the thing printed. Most people like to print larger, like a 8x10, so we'll start with a color background, an 8x10, and let's make it landscape. And we'll open it, and there you see, there's the background, just a white background. Now to this, I'm going to add a photo grid. And I guess for this one, let's just pick, say that photo grid there. And for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a texture. Well, first, before I do that, let's pick a color. I'm going to give it a color, say like this, and we'll give it a texture, or a color like that, and we'll give it a texture, let's say. And let's make that texture be, I don't know, we can pick any of the textures that are available or any you have yourself. But let's just make it that, okay? So there's the texture on the grid. Now, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to add some pictures. So to add some pictures, you can see from what we have here, we're going to need a couple of the landscape, and these ones that are more square down there can be more anything. So let's take this picture here and this one here. All right, so we'll open them up. Now, there they are. They lie on the top of the grid. So in order to make them work on the grid, what we're going to do is take it and send it to the back. And then we'll just try to set, it looks pretty good about like that. But you can see it bleeds over into the next thing, so in the next cell rather. So a right click brings up a crop rectangle, and we'll just crop it so that it fits nicely inside of that grid. And tell it okay. So there, now it fits. Same way with this one, we'll just move it to the back, and we have to mess around with it just a little bit, and we'll crop it to make sure that it fits the way we want. And sometimes pictures will fit exact, but sometimes they don't, so you just crop them real quickly. All right, so we've got the two that are more on the portrait style. Now we need a couple or three that are going to go down here, so we'll just add some more pictures. And let's pick, we'll pick this one here, and say that one there, and we'll get this one here. Okay, so we'll bring them in. Now we'll move them around. Let's set her in the center, and we'll move this one down this way. Well, before we do that, let's take this one to the back, and let's figure out where we want it cropped. So let's say we want to set it about like so, something in that order. And right click and set the crop rectangle on the grid frame itself and tell it yes, okay, or okay, and there to crop that down. Now we'll bring this one down. Let's see, we got another one over here of this fella, so let's put him on this side to spread him around a little bit. We'll move him down here and say, yeah, that looks pretty good there. Now since he's behind, he's already behind her, so you don't really even need to crop it. And that's probably going to be the same case here. We'll just send this one to the back, and that'll put her behind the center picture. And we don't need to do much for that either. We'll just set it like that. Now there's our grid. Now we got this white space that we left, and we can put text or anything else in there that we'd like to use to, to maybe tell a little bit about this story. But before we do that, you'll notice the background's kind of white still, and that's sort of boring. So let's go in here and change the background. We can go in and tell it I'm going to change the background. I'm going to say I'm going to go with that, and I'll texturize it again, but this time I'm going to pick a different texture. How about we pick something like this? It's a little, it just looks like be a nice background on this. So it does a little bit of computing, and when it's all finished there, now we got that background. Now you can change this anytime you want. You can change the background, you can change the whatever you did to the grid. In this case, we texturized it. But let's leave it like that for now. And we'll add a text box here, and let's say family, and we'll give it a nice font. Say, yeah, Edwardian's a good one. And we want to make it so that it'll fit in there. So let's size it so it fits in here, and we'll tell it to auto size so it gives us our best fit there. And now all I want to do is maybe, let's colorize that font as well. We'll give it a color like so, and maybe outline it. We don't want to outline it in black though. Let's outline it in a deeper shade of what color we gave it was. Something like that. Okay, so there, now we got that in there. Now we got another cell over here. You can put anything you want in here. You can put more pictures if you wanted, or you could just add another text box. It's just probably what I ought to do here. I just say, I don't know, say some other stuff. Anything you wanted. Oops, spell say right. And you can then move it over here, put it down, and again, size it to fit. Auto size it. Pick a different font if you want. If you wanted to go with an Arial font and tell it to say some other stuff over here. Again, you could put the colors in it if you wanted, or you might just say, I just want to go with a darker red, and just put it like that. And there. So you can put anything you want. You can add extra things that'll hang around on top of this grid if you want. If for instance, let's say you thought that maybe this should be a picture or a Christmas type of a thing, or a winter scene, you can go up here, and if you have any design elements that you could add, let's say this right here, you could open this guy up, and you could set it down in here someplace and reduce it in size so it doesn't walk all over the pictures, and set it somewhere like that. Okay, so that's how you would go about building a quick little collage using grids in Scrap Page. Now this can be saved as a JPEG. You can save the project, of course, but you can also save this as a JPEG. It's a high resolution JPEG that you could take to your favorite photo printer and get it printed and hang it on it, frame it, put it on a wall, if that's what you so chose to do. So basically that's the way it's done. It's real quick, it's real easy, and you can make very sophisticated layouts in almost no time. So until the next time, this is Dave with Media Digitronics. Thanks for watching.